You visit the doctor and get diagnosed with ME. Good news, the doctor says, you're not going to die from it. The bad news is, now you got to live with it. Your life has just been set to maximum difficulty. You're with Gusto. Thanks for joining me on my 9th episode of the ME Chili Challenge. I have the condition and I aim to educate you on it and then entertain you by eating the world's second hottest chili pepper. This is the Butch T pepper. It is a hotter variant of the Moruga scorpion that I ate last episode, and this weighs in at 1.5 million Scovilles. And only next episode I will be consuming the world's hottest chili, the Carolina Reaper. Recall a time you had a nasty cold or flu. You felt sluggish, stuffy, uncomfortable. Your thinking was clouded and difficult. You probably had to stay at home and delay important work or family commitments. Remember the frustration of how that mucked up your well-laid plans by a week or two? Now imagine you have to live every day like that. How are you going to make things work? I've been doing that for 9 years, and to put it briefly, every day is a struggle against a fiendishly nebulous adversary. Studies show that ME/CFS patients have amongst the worst quality of life by illness, worse than that of cancer, renal failure, and multiple sclerosis. I'd like to explain just what the struggle is like, so let's do a thought experiment. Pretend your body is a car. Everyone gets one car at birth, and it's the one they'll drive for the rest of their life. Some people get sleek and luxurious ones, others get lemons. You can modify it or tune it up, but you can't change what you're given. One time your car breaks down for a week or two, as happens every now and again, so you take your car to a mechanic who runs diagnostics but can't find any issues with it. So you continue driving it as normal, but it just keeps inexplicably overheating and breaking down for days and weeks on end. After visiting multiple mechanics who don't believe you, you finally find one who listens and understands and is able to deliver a diagnosis of Mechanis erroneous, also known as car fuel syndrome. The mechanic knows almost nothing about it, has zero tools to repair it, so basically tells you you just have to continue driving it as is. Through your own research, you find out that car fuel syndrome means that even though your car looks completely fine from the outside, takes the same fuel as other cars, it burns through it so quickly that it will overheat if you drive it too far or too fast.
No, out of gas? How can I be out of gas?
Though you were formerly able to comfortably drive all day and refuel at night, now, no matter how much you refuel, you continue to overheat. At this point, other drivers are constantly overtaking you on the road. And though some do slow down to offer kind words of sympathy, others offer unhelpful solutions for how they think you need to repair your car. You're just cruising slow for fun. You need more ambitious driving goals. Have you tried gluten-free or extra caffeine in the tank, man? I think I had car fuel syndrome. I remember overheating for months back in 2009. I'm seeing your car right now and it looks completely fine to me. You're also going to hear other drivers suggest that Mechanis erroneous is just a syndrome made up by bad drivers, and this makes you very angry because it has the knock-on effect of blocking crucial automotive research into car fuel syndrome. These are the type of drivers that seem to have forgotten you remember exactly what it feels like to drive a vehicle in top working condition. You have a solid logbook of driving long trips at full pace. They, on the other hand, have never driven with Mechanis erroneous. Regardless, you're forced to adjust by driving in the slow lane at just the right speed and distance to maximize your terribly inefficient fuel consumption. But how do you know just the right speed and distance? You have to keep a constant watch on your heat gauge. That means always trying to stay in the green and only going into the yellow for rare occasions like a convoy journey with friends, family or workmates. And if you ever touch the red zone, your car is going to actually continue traveling for a little bit until a catastrophic overheat that's going to leave you broken down on the roadside for days, weeks, months or years while you watch every other car whiz by. But here's the trickiest part of all. You can't see the needle. You must constantly drive while using complete guesswork for where that needle might be. It's a near impossible task. And I'd like to spell out just how that thought experiment translates to the real world in my life. This is what a typical day looks like for me. 9 AM, wake up, breakfast. 9:30 AM, shower. 10 AM, rest. That's just lying down, doing nothing but listening to calm music. 10:30, I guess my energy level. Where is the needle? Because that's going to determine my next move. 0 energy, keep resting. Low energy, watch TV, maybe listen to a podcast. Medium energy, basic chores like pay some bills or empty the dishwasher. High energy, this is when I get to do the complex tasks that require a degree of physical activity or mental concentration, like going for a walk, cooking a batch of meals.
Yeah, it's looking good. Just like Mama used to order in.
Producing these videos. Or socializing. But even when I socialize, I still have to leave early. So, I'm sorry guys, I gotta get out of here.
No, still early.
I know, sorry. Bye. 12 PM, rest. 12:30, make lunch. 1 PM, guess energy. And that's gonna come down to the same choices as before. Do I have 0, low, medium or high energy? Remember, if I guess incorrectly, it's going to blow up the heat gauge and it could ruin my energy for potentially days and weeks to come. From 2 to 5 PM, for some particular reason, my energy crashes close to 0, and I can generally only rest, watch TV or sleep during that time. Once 5 PM rolls around, I guess my energy again and see what I can do with it. 7 PM, I'll have dinner, follow that by rest. At 8 PM, I'll guess energy again. If it's low, I'll watch TV, perhaps a movie, and if it's high, I'll get to do some gaming, which I really enjoy.
I died.
When 12 AM rolls around, it's time for bed. I hope that I've made all the right guesses, because tomorrow I'm gonna have to get up and make all the same guesses again. Some might think that this sounds like a pretty cruisy and restful existence, right? Wrong. You have so much time to think and overthink everything. Recent mistakes, ancient mistakes, frustration over the lack of funding and support, rage at how unfair life is, and all the while you're under the stress and pain from the symptoms of ME.
I'm so tired! No, Todd, not now!
I stumbled across this image recently, which was to demonstrate migraine pain, but it's also strikingly similar for the brain fog symptom associated with ME. Hurts your brain, right? Now just imagine you have to look at the world like that for hours on end. Then there's the physical deconditioning. Over years, feeling your body soften and your strength diminish. Actually, a quick side note on deconditioning. In studies that were funded by NASA aimed at understanding how to get people to Mars, they deliberately lied healthy people flat for 70 days in order to decondition them. One test subject reported that 2 weeks following the study, he was 95% reconditioned. And in my mind, this thoroughly debunks the ME deconditioning argument. Another issue not often talked about is how ME brutally kills spontaneity. I need to plan out every detail of my week to ensure that I budget my energy properly. That requires guessing how much activity I'm able to fit around the huge amount of rest I require to function, and that varies by week to week. Most weeks go to plan, and I'm able to correctly predict how long I'm going to spend exhausted. But when there's an unplanned event, something as small as a friend dropping by or as big as a family emergency, it's going to completely destroy the carefully laid plans I made for my energy. The cherry on top of all of this is that when you're managing your symptoms well, when you're guessing right and behaving accordingly, it looks even more as if nothing is wrong, which can further perpetuate the belief that this neuroimmune condition can be defeated with a good attitude and hard work. Ridiculous. So there you have it. ME is a never-ending cycle of trial and error guesswork with vicious consequences for guessing poorly. It's a game that can never be won with the difficulty level set
Too damn high.
Any treatment we can get our hands on to reduce that difficulty level would be a godsend. That's why I'm calling out the following celebrities who have been touched by ME to take the challenge and help the cause. Sure.
Do you believe?
Flea.
Scar tissue that I wish you saw.
Emma Blackery.
Was finally diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome.
Morgan Fairchild.
It's because Morgan Fairchild has had this disease.
And Stuart Murdoch.
There's not even a bit of paper that says I have ME.
And I really need your help here, guys, because the only way my pain is worthwhile is if we can capture these guys' attention. So if you have a Twitter account, please just take a couple of minutes to tweet them. And if you don't have an account, just make one, they're free. Now let's bring the pain of the world's second hottest chili to bear on this tender body of mine. 1.5 million Scovilles worth of Butch T pepper. Oh my God, I hate this already. All right, back of the throat's on fire. I'm feeling quite roasted already. Heart rate's going up quite quickly. Uh-oh. Oh God, I hate this. I feel like I'm being cremated alive. I don't know why I always want to stick my tongue out, like, as if that's gonna help. Adrenaline's kicked in. Vision's blurring. Oh God. Stop. The tongue's starting to numb. The back of my throat. It just feels like it's there's acid burning through it. Stop. I'm really dizzy. Eyes are watering. Nose is running. Oh God, please tweet, share, flee, Emma, Morgan, Stuart, I beseech thee, help a brother out. No. Uh-oh. That sucked. For the cause, right? Okay, well that was just effing disgusting. That was easily the fastest I've ever thrown up eating any of these peppers. That was less than 5 minutes. I just feel awful. My back of the throat is still burning. I tried to eat a greasy breakfast. I read that that helped, and that did not help at all. So, myth busted. Yeah, the world is still spinning. This challenge seemed like such a fun and clever thing when I thought it up. Now I'm just feel dumb. Please join me for next episode because the Reaper is upon me. World's hottest chili. And geez, look at me. I just can't wait. This is going to be so fun. No, really, I'm going to be touching on celebrities in the past and present who have been touched by this horrible condition and what we need to happen going forward. So peace out, guys. Thanks a lot. Just finished cleaning the sink, but I haven't finished questioning my life choices.